I don't even think it's a matter of discussion. Once you know you're expecting a child, both parties should know their responsibilities in that child's life. I don't think it's one person's job to take care of everything. The kids need both parents. There's things that the father can teach that the mother can't, and there's things that the mother can teach that their father can't.
As a man now, go and buy a pair of shoes and you're the wife and you're the one working. You went and bought shoes? You need another pair of shoes?
We just can't be crazy with the finances. Like, you have to make sure that, things like mortgages or whatever are being paid. The kids have got everything that they need. Food is in the fridge, bills are paid off, whatever. And if we have some spare little change that we can enjoy, why not? I mean, I don't think he shops more than I do anyway. So that's not something for me to worry about. I should be the one worried about that.
Good morning. Welcome to our episode again. Let's Talk Marriage, the podcast. Thank you to have you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Our channel, Let's Talk Marriage, the podcast. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. Follow us on all the links. The links are in the description. And thank you for having us. Thank you for watching. We've got our guest again. We had her last time, and she was very good. I was surprised at how her knowledge on so many of the things that she talked about. She's a media influencer, a mom, a wife, a very good friend of mine, and all a good egg. Terrell, welcome again.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me again.
You like that intro?
Super extra.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, should
Thank
add
you.
A few more things on there. You're looking great, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. It surprises me every time I see you.
I have to bring the zhuzh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
If this is dressing down, I don't know what it is when you dress
I'm
up.
in Durham. This is dressing down for me.
Yeah. I want dressing up then will be something else then.
Well,
I'd have to...
You know how I do already.
Yeah. I know how you do. Mm-hmm. Good to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah, good. So we're going to carry on from where last time we were talking about how well do you need to know your spouse. I think that was a topic on our last episode. So today we're going to talk about who should take care of the kids in terms of obviously being in a relationship. Is it the man's responsibility? Is it the wife's responsibility, or is it both of you? I'll have my input on it. I have my take. I have a lot of thoughts on what I think on who should take care of the kids. But from a man's point of view, you got 3 kids, and I see you with your kids and admire how you're juggling everything and you seem to have everything all in place. I don't know how you do it.
It's not easy.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Yeah.
You know? And then obviously you gotta take them to school. You gotta bring them to church, take them for football, I believe, stuff like that. Things they need to do, and still put them on the straight and narrow. When they go wrong, you're telling them what they should do, what they shouldn't do. So what do you think? Is it just when you get in the relationship, do you have to discuss who should take care of the kids, or does it just come natural that it's the wife's responsibility or the woman's responsibility to look after the kids?
Well, I'm assuming in the relationship you're already married, first of all.
Yeah. Or living together.
Oh, okay. Yes, even together.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's a matter of discussion. Once you know you're expecting a child, both parties should know their responsibilities in that child's life. I don't think it's one person's job to take care of everything. The kids need both parents. There's things that the father can teach that the mother can't, and there's things that the mother can teach that their father can't. So both parties have to play a part in the child's life to be able to be groomed to be the best they can be. I don't believe there's such thing as it's just the wife's job. It mostly, looks like it is, and society will say that it is the mother's job, but I definitely think it's both parties need to take part.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. But so how about when the kids are young? Okay, you've decided in the relationship, I assume before you have the kids, you decided, we're going to have 1 kid, we're going to have 2 kids, we're going to have some people.
Sometimes you plan, sometimes you don't.
Sometimes, I know, sometimes it just happens.
Yeah, it just happens.
Yeah, but a lot of times people plan. They say, we want 2 kids.
Yeah.
And then in that 2 kids, maybe you want them one after the other. Not necessarily out of the womb, one, following each other, but one and then a couple of years maybe, then the other one. So in the space of that, the wife will have to stay at home anyway for the first year, couple of years,
maybe a year or two. Most likely you get 12 months. What do they call it? This maternity leave.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to go back to work. So after that, you'll have to figure out babysitters or nursery, or you juggle each other's shifts or work patterns. When I'm at work, you at home, like that, or, you know, bring in mum or any grandparents on both sides, or you have, you know, friends, whatever it is that you have to do. But realistically, yes, you should plan when you have a child, but sometimes it just happens. But yes, family planning is important. It is realistic for you to be able to plan to have a family, whether we're going to have one child or two children or three. And depending on your finances as well, sometimes that comes in to the factor in terms of like, we can't afford to have 4, 5, 6 kids. Realistically, how are we going to afford it in this cost of living and everything? And plus, you want to give the best to your children. You're not going to just keep on having children for the sake of having children, but you can't look after them, you know? So you have to be realistic. Therefore, you know, if you are going to plan to have a child, and most likely the mother will have to take maternity leave anyway, then maybe if it's 12 months off, you take 12 months off. Then after that, you would have already known, like, after that, we need to look for a nursery. The child goes to full-time nursery or part-time nursery, whatever it is, or maybe grandparents get involved to take care of the child so that the mother can go back to work. Because the father, I think, only has like 2 weeks off or something.
Yeah, normally.
Yeah, 2 weeks off, which is nothing. You know, you haven't even healed from giving birth at 2 weeks. So, yes, the mother takes on whatever that needs to be taken on at that point, and the dad will pick up once they've come back home from work. So in that essence, yes, the mother will be doing a lot, because you have to. You got to breastfeed. You got to take care of yourself. You got to heal your body as well to come back to how you were. And just nurturing and nursing the child until they get to an age where maybe you feel comfortable that you can leave them with someone. Some mothers go back to work at 3 months. You know, not all jobs allow them to go back to work after 12 months. Some mothers will go back to work at 3 months. And even 3 months, you still haven't gone back to yourself. But you just have to, because life demands that you have to go back to work. You have bills to pay. They don't wait for you to say, you're on maternity, we'll come back in 9 months or, you know, 1 year. And then, no, the bills will be there like clockwork every month. So you have to figure out how to pay them. So it's a give and take. You have to help each other out. You know, if you've decided to bring a human being into the world, then you have to be able to figure out how you're going to raise this child from birth up until they're old enough to live on their own. And you know.
So there's two ways that I see this. There's one where maybe the wife decides, okay, the wife is a career woman as well, so she has to go back to work anyway after the 8 months or 12 months. So then that's where the babysitters come in and so on. But there's that one of normally where the wife or you, the two of you decide, you know what, you stay at home, I'm going to look after the family. I'm going to go to work. I don't want you working. No, I don't want you working, but I want you to give it full time, because maybe the childminders are going to be expensive. They, you know, we don't have relatives around who can come in and help and stuff like that. So the man decides he's the one who's going to look after the children, who's going to go to work, and you as a wife just stay at home. And so then does it now become then the wife's responsibility to look after the kids then? Because the man is going to work.
Well, if you've both decided to that point where you're staying at home and the man goes to work, then it does fall on you to do the school runs, to look after them after school, homework, and any activities that come. But I think the man has to also at some point realize that though the mother is taking care of everything, at some point, if you're able to, you got to give her some time as well to have a break. Because being a full-time mom at home is a massive, massive job, more than a 9 to 5, in my opinion. You don't get no days off. There's no breaks. There's no Saturday, no Sunday. There's no 5 o'clock, I'm going home. There's no lunch break. You're up all night sometimes, depending on, you know, how old your child is. Maybe they're sick, whatever it is. There's just no break. You can't say, I'm not feeling well, I'm going home. Or I need a break. Toilet break, cup of tea break, whatever it is. You know, when you've got the kids at home, it's such a massive job that I think it's overlooked. You know, and a lot of mothers who stay at home don't get enough credit. You know, because it's such a massive job. It can do a lot with your mental health as well, because all you're doing is the children. You don't, there's nothing else. You're running on like a, I don't know, clockwork, like a military time, like all the time, like a soldier. You've got to do this at this time. Every time you're doing something. If you don't keep your routine, like for me, for example, I've got 3 kids. I have to stay with my schedule at all times. If I don't do it, everything messes up. You got to be prepared. You got to be organized like no one's business. I'm arranging 3 children to do something. For example, even if I'm just going out with the kids, best believe I've arranged myself from the day before, not the morning. Because first of all, you may wake up in the morning and you think, I'll do it tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning comes with its own issues. Someone's woken up with something, this has happened, whatever. Now you got to find, where's your t-shirt? Where's your jeans? Where's your whatever? Where's your shoe? Where's your socks? No, you go crazy. There's no time. Time doesn't wait for you, So you have to be extra organized. So by the time you're doing that all the time, you get tired as a human being, as a mom. You get tired because it's repetitive all the time. So it's fair that at some point you've got to balance each other out so that the mother can go and refresh the brain, charge your battery, if you like, plug the phone like you plug your phone in and charge your battery to get back to life again. Otherwise, you'll be running on 2%, 1%, and it's like once you're running on low battery, you can't even do the best for yourself, for the children, or for the husband or the man that you're with, and vice versa. Even if it was the man's thing at home, there has to be a balance. Like you cannot leave everything to that person. It's too much, These kids are little, but they demand so much work. Already. You're a father yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it is.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I found mine was quite challenging. The reason why I'm talking about this is because when my child was born, we kind of, I don't even think we actually planned this is what we're going to do.
It just happened.
It just happened.
Most of the time, that's what happens. It just happens.
Yeah.
And then, I guess I'm doing this now.
And then it's management by crisis. You go, as the spirit leads, if you like, we'll do it as it comes every day with his own challenges. So I found that the wife had to stay at home 8 months. I think this was 12 months even. So I had to go to work. Luckily, I just found a job, which was actually quite good. So I had to plan myself. Mortgage gets paid. This gets paid. This gets down. And then there's not much money left after that. But the child is at home being looked after. But every time I go home, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the evening, the wife is already she's already burned out. She's literally giving me the child on the door as I walk in.
Yeah, because it's a lot.
Because here, you're in. Here you go. Mm-hmm. Carry on from here. And I'm like, okay, I've just come in. Do you know what I mean? But I can understand because, you've had a child the whole day.
But have you ever done it the other way around? When you've stayed at home and she's gone to work?
Yeah, I think we did that once. She told me, but the boy was a bit older then. And then I think she had to go somewhere. And then I was left. She came back and I said to her, I am not doing this again.
And how long was that for?
Just a few hours.
A few hours?
Yeah.
I thought like a week or something.
No.
Why would you say no, never again when it's just a few hours?
Because I thought, no, this is not, I couldn't do this. I don't know. You women, you've got some grace. You got grace.
A few hours?
I just said to her, she said, yeah, now you can see. She told me, yeah, now you can see what I go through. I said, I'm not doing it. And I think it's one day, I think she went to the shops and I was left with the child, and then the child was crying, I think she left me the car and the child was crying. And she took about an hour in the shops, in the supermarket. I literally left with the child to go and find where she was in the shops to say, look, can you come back?
You're not serious.
I can't do this. Yeah, honestly. I said, I can't do this. She said, what do you mean? You just come to the shop with the child to look for me. I said, yeah, you took too long.
But what's the difficulty about it?
And
you have one child.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my goodness. You should try my house.
Yeah. I know, you got 3. I know. I don't know something. I don't know. You need grace. You need grace. You need patience like there's no other, And that's now to arrange the house, to get things done, It's the children and then it's the house.
And you still got to make dinner and, and take care of everything else and plan for the next day and for the week and for the after school activities and for the football practices. And you want to be, spiritually inclined still and be centered and you got to do all that.
And we still got to think, okay, now we need to find someone so that me and the husband, whoever, we can go out, spend time. Even that just gets pushed on the back
That's
burner.
just like,
You know.
it gets pushed back, yes,
Yeah.
because you have to do other things.
Yeah.
The week becomes so full with
Yeah.
the kids' activities that you really have to find time by force to do those things. Otherwise, you'll suffer.
Do you still expect the wife to keep the home spotless, dinner prepared, breakfast done, lunch made for husband each day, for the husband? Or
Do I still do that?
Is that still expectation even after you've done all these other things?
Yeah.
With the children. Okay. Right.
I guess so, because you're at home. So who's gonna cook? The kids. If you're cooking for the kids, that means you're cooking for the family.
Yeah, but they probably don't eat the same food as the family, as the husband.
Well,
that could happen.
It could happen, but most likely, if you're in the kitchen, you're cooking everything anyway. You gotta be able to cook chicken, fish, and everything at the same time. Multitasking at its best.
That's proper superwoman.
You have to be a superwoman. If you're just gonna be a mom for more than 1 or 2 or 3, you're gonna have to figure out how to do that, or just cook one meal that everybody can eat. And then obviously there's days where maybe the kids will want something else, so you may do something different for them or whatever. But in those days when you know what you want to cook, which is very difficult to figure out what to cook. Actually, that's a whole nother subject. You know, like what to cook for dinner. Oh my days. Those days when maybe the kids are doing something like a different meal, then you're gonna have to prepare yourself early. Start cooking early. Start earlier. Don't think I'll do it later. Later just creates more problems for you. You relax, your body gets tired, and then you have to start getting up now, start looking for this. Defrost the chicken, defrost this, or whatever it is. You know how black people, how we like to eat our food. You gotta just prioritize your time. You gotta get up. You cannot be lazy. That's one thing. You cannot be lazy. It will fall back on you. And that's when you start to get stressed. And that's when you fall behind on so many different things. You've got to be disciplined with your time. Because nobody else doing it. It's you. So you've got to be disciplined with your time to know, right, it's this time I've got to do this. Right, it's this time the kids have got to eat. It's this time I've got an hour to spare. Put your program on if you want to. Sit down for a little bit, get a cup of tea, relax, put your feet up for a minute. But once the time is up, you've got to get up. I'm not going to say there's no days where you're just not going to get up and say, oh, you know what, today we're just going to have to do a takeaway. Those days are there, but you're not going to do takeaway every day, you know? So the days that, you know, you have to do your normal schedule, you just have to get up. Keeps your routine and try to get to bed on time, at least so you can relax and start again the next day. By Friday, you're beat.
Yeah.
After the school day on a Friday, you're exhausted because it's just been ongoing from morning till end of the day.
If you're at home and you decided, okay, now we're looking at a scenario where the two of you have decided now, the wife look after the kids and I'll go to work. Do you just send on just the kids, or can you say, you know what, I might find time to do a bit of a side hustle somewhere where I can just earn some money? Because I know a lot of stay-at-home moms who do that.
Yeah, you can.
That would be a lot to take on as well, isn't it?
It is a lot to take on, but you know, if you wanna, there's women who still have dreams they want to pursue. So, and that's what drives them to be better people as well. Like if you can't stagnate a person and say no, you gotta stay at home and not let them flourish. It's better you let them be so that they can be the best of who they are, and then they'll bring that vibe back home. Now, if you're stagnating me not to be who I want to be, there's something in me that needs to come out. And I'm going to get frustrated. It's going to show in my relationship with you, onto the kids. It's better you let me be and support me in whatever it is I need to be. That's what it comes with part of being a parent. If you decide to be a parent, you know, those dreams, those career goals, whatever, you got to put them on the side. Or, you know, after 12 months or whatever it is, then you go back to work and you start again. Or you do, like some people do, weekend jobs or evening shifts or whatever it is. It just have to be, because you also want some money in your pocket, don't you? You know, you have goals. You want to go on holiday. You want to dress up. You want to go places with your friends. Where's the finances gonna come from?
I mean, I know a friend of mine who, and he works. He actually does a job that I was doing for a while, and every time I call him, the wife works at night. They got twins, and the twins are, I can imagine they're a handful. I don't know how they are, probably 2 years old or 3 years old. Every time I call him, I hear kids crying in the background, and I'm thinking, okay. And I think the wife works at night. And I think the wife has just gone back to work. And what I think when I see that, and I say to him, look, how do you man? Oh yeah, my wife is working, so I can't go to work today. And I'm thinking, man, no, I couldn't do that. No, I couldn't do that, but I'm thinking, okay, so does it mean then that, okay, the wife's career, we're prioritizing it, so that now the wife is going to be making the money. So my job is going to be part-time then. So we're not going to have a nanny, or you're not going to have people to look after the children.
So he doesn't work at all?
He works. He comes to work sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes
so they're swapping like shifts?
Yeah.
Okay,
so sometimes
that's
good.
What's wrong with that then?
I don't know. I just find it feels like I'm not being a house husband. Okay.
You don't want to be a house husband?
Well, no, I don't want to be, but it doesn't. It's not one of them things as an African where you have a lot of men who are house husbands. Would you have a husband as a house husband, or is it something you have to talk about? If he wants.
Yeah.
Then what? You go to work and he stays at home and looks after the kids.
Well, if I'm earning the bucks, why not?
Okay. Okay. Oh, well.
But I don't think my husband would want to do that anyway. He's not the type. He would want to do something, but we've had this conversation before, and he's like, yeah, go, because he wants me to pursue my dreams. He's supporting me to do whatever it is I want to do. So if it's a case of, my career is taking off and I'm earning enough to take care of everybody, then why not?
It's funny you said that, because I know another guy was doing some training, and then he was training me, this fella. It's an English guy though, and I guess that's kind of a different kind of setting. And he said to me, my wife went to university, I didn't go, and he's very open about it. He's actually quite, So he's got this job, she works, and she's got a car, and we're hoping that she gets a job where she gets promoted, and she might be getting about 90 grand a year. So wow, okay. And we've always supported her career, so if that happens, then I can stop working and she can do that. I said, what do you mean? You mean you stay at home? What are you going to do? I said, man, I got a lot. I can fill my diary quite easily staying at home.
But there's a lot of things you can do while at home and make money at still.
Yeah, probably that, but that's not my problem as a man. Man is come to you, Terrell, tell you, I need some money. We need money. Because you're the one making the money.
I think at that point we would have had a conversation of how much money we have, maybe a joint account or whatever it is, so that it's accessible to both of us, instead of you coming to ask me, can I have money to do this, or the car needs something, I don't know. You have an account where we both can see statements of, transactions that have happened. And as long as it's not you're spending lots of money doing some crazy stuff.
Yeah, I was going to come to that. I was going to say, so now, you see, if you got money, if you're the wife and I know you're at home and I'm working, it's very easy, like, you come and say, oh, Chris, I went and bought a pair of shoes. I'm probably not going to kick a fuss, really, unless if you start buying 3-4 pairs of shoes, then you're going to have a problem. But as a man now, go and buy a pair of shoes and you're the wife and you're the one working. You went and bought shoes? You need another pair of shoes?
Well, it depends. The thing is, you have to be smart with the money. If you're going to make those kind of decisions where one is working, one is not, you got to be smart with your money. And surely there's something that the man can still do while they're at home looking after the kids. Because I know, for example, like I said, my partner wouldn't do that. I don't think he would want to just stay at home. He would support me to do what I need to do, but he wouldn't just sit there. Like, there'll be something else that he can do. And if I'm making enough for him to do something else, if it's to invest in some sort of business or whatever that he can do, then then at least in that way he's actually doing something while still being a parent at home with the kids, and I'm out doing whatever it is that I need to do. We just can't be crazy with the finances. Like, you have to make sure that things like mortgages or whatever are being paid. The kids have got everything they need, food is in the fridge, bills are paid off, whatever. And if we have some spare little change that we can enjoy, why not? I mean, I don't think he shops more than I do anyway, so that's not something for me to worry about. I should be the one worried about that. Yeah.
So if you both decide now the kids are of age, certain age, and you want to go back to work and do it, so how do how would you work at that? Would you still say is this still 50-50 in terms of looking after the children, or is it still the wife's responsibility now? Because now, you've gone back to work. I'm working too. So am I still expected to think that it's your responsibility now to still look after the kids even though you've gone back to work?
Well, if I'm going back to work and I'm going back to work, then it should be scheduled, meaning she works from these days. Maybe I have to work around her or I have to work around him so that we can make sure that the kids have someone at home. Because, childminders are expensive. And family members sometimes are busy and you can't rely on them fully all the time. So we will have to work around each other to know that, right, maybe, from September, she's going back to work. So my schedule is going to change. Like your friend said that he doesn't work, because his wife goes to work at nighttime. So they're working around each other. And that's just how it has to be. Nothing you can do.
Well, and I know this couple who, the kids, they got a couple of kids, how it is. It's normally a couple of kids are standard for a lot of people. And they're doing this job where there's one, I think both of them have got different jobs, but they got a job at the weekend they do together. So from an early age, the kids have always had a nanny. Someone looks after them. So they've always taken the kids to the nanny so that they could work. I thought that is a good... That's nothing wrong with that. But then again, you find that the kids never get to know you then, because you're always at work. You know what I mean? You're out of touch now with their growing up, out of touch with their needs, out of touch with...
You're working to provide for them, isn't it?
Yeah, but I guess something's got to give.
Something has to give. There's nothing you can do about it.
We
kind of grew up like that. We, our parents went to work. Look how we turned out.
Well, let me talk about me. I don't know how I turned out, but
I mean, it's just something has to give. Nothing can be perfect. You're gonna have to set aside a time where you can have, one-on-one time with your children, family time. I don't know.
I think personally for me, the first 5-6 years of my child growing up, I missed out on a lot of his growing up because I was always working. Because after he was born, and then the wife decided, she's not gonna work, she's gonna pursue a career in terms of studying. So that meant staying at home more. So it meant me still working, which I didn't mind to do. So that was helpful because then again, she was able to do the school things, take the child to school, if there's something in school that needs parents meetings, she could do it, which worked all right. Sometimes even the Zoom meetings, they arrange Zoom meetings, and if I'm at work, I had to stop what I was doing, go into the Zoom, make sure, for an hour, I go into this Zoom meeting, discuss about the child, which is okay, it worked. But I feel that the first 5 years or so, I missed out on my child growing up because I was never there. I was always working to try and provide for them. And that's the time you never get back.
No. But you don't get back anytime, really.
Yeah, you don't, but you want those ones. You want those ones where he's scrolling, he's saying his first word, he's calling you mom, he's calling you dad,
But
whatever.
the next child, then you do better.
Well, I know, yeah, but yeah. It's that. I think another guy was telling me another time, he was saying, on your deathbed when you're dying and so on, and when you go your family around, no one ever says, I wish I spent more time at work.
That's true.
They always say, I wish I spent more time with the family.
That's true. It? Make memories. Create memories. They're not going to remember the money. They'll remember the memories that you created. Yeah. It's true. Then you just have to find the time to create those memories.
Yeah.
And it's tough.
Maybe go for more holidays and stuff like that, and
whatever it is, even if it's just taking a ball to the park.
Yeah.
It's something. But I think we're so programmed in this country as well. Like, we're always on the go. We have to go to work. We have to pay the bills. We have to do this. So we just, it comes naturally inside of us that we have to go. But then you sit back and you realize and you think, hang on, I wasn't even here when he took his first steps. I wasn't even here when, he's calling mom first instead of dad. This kind of things. And it's like, maybe because I'm not here. And, it's such a, that's the downside of everything.
It's funny you say that because I always feel, if I stay home for 2-3 days without working, I always feel like something's missing.
What, you want to go to work?
Yeah, I want to go to work.
See, you've been programmed.
Honestly.
Your brain is just thinking work,
Yeah.
work.
Yeah. I always feel, no. I'm going to lose my head.
Why are you not thinking, I need to be with my son?
I don't know why I don't think like, yeah, because I see him, when I'm home, I see him, and sometimes I feel, well, maybe we need to go out together and do stuff.
You know why? Because mom is always going to be there.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, his mom is there. Yeah. So you need to start making the change first.
Yeah.
And the rest of everybody else will follow. Yeah. So you're comfortable thinking, oh, well, he's probably fed. His mom take him out. She knows what time he's supposed to be up or when he's going to school. So you relax. So what if something happens to mom? God forbid. But what if?
I know.
Where do you start?
I know. Because sometimes, I've always thought of that. Because sometimes she says to me, no, you don't have to go to work. Stay at home. I say, no, I have to go to work. No. I can't lose the money. I'm always, I don't know why I'm just programmed for a long time. And I have to start thinking there's more to things than just going to work. I have to stay at home. I have to do more stuff around the house. I have to, help out.
She may even like you being around.
Yeah.
Around the house.
Exactly. Yeah.
When she's cooking, help her. Chop the onions.
Yeah.
Wash the dishes.
I know.
Hoover when she's, cooking or something.
Yeah.
She would like that.
Yeah. Do you go on holidays on your own with your husband?
I'm always with my kids. You know that.
Every time.
All the time.
When you go on holiday?
Even on holiday.
Yeah, but I've seen you take photos somewhere, stuff.
Where?
I've seen you take photos. I'm not gonna say where, but
well, when the only time I went away was I went to Paris for a few days, and without them, for I think it was 2 or 3 nights. That was the first time.
That was hard for you, or was it hard for them?
It was hard for me to leave them behind because I'm always with them. So being away from them for a couple of days, it's like, oh, so what are you doing? And they're calling all the time, Mom, what are you doing? They're calling. Yeah, they're calling. Video calls.
No, you calling to find out whether they put the shoes on, whether they had breakfast.
No, but they're with their dad. Yeah, so I'm relaxed knowing that they're with their dad. But they'll still call and find out, so what are you doing? Are you up? What are you doing today? Are you back home? Whatever. This kind of thing. But we always travel together. All the time.
Wow.
Yeah, we always travel together.
So everything you do is centered around them?
Yeah.
Is that a good thing?
Absolutely.
Is it?
Why not?
I mean,
I can't imagine doing stuff without my kids.
Yeah. Oh, you as the mom. Yeah. But for me, okay, it's funny you said that because I feel like my boy since he was of age, when everywhere I go and stuff that I do in my other things that I do, I always find things which are child friendly.
Okay.
As in, oh, we're going for this, oh, are children allowed? Oh, can I bring my child? Can I bring my son?
Yeah, that comes into effect all the time if you're invited somewhere and you ask, is it child friendly? Can I bring my kids? Most likely if they can't come, I'm not coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But not saying that I haven't been out, like we haven't been out to, with my husband at nighttime and with, I'll send them to my mom's or something. We've done that. But that's just for a couple hours at nighttime when we come home. But we've never, if we have spent a night, maybe it's been a night. I don't know, maybe in the last 4 years, away from the kids. A night. And maybe it's even a few hours, to be honest. And that's it. We always with the kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. So what happens because we always say, because I know my wife one day said to me, I came before him. So I need more time too.
Yeah. So
what happens now when he's 15, 16? He doesn't want you anymore. When I say doesn't want you, like I'm talking about, as in, Mom, no, I got to do things with my friends. And then now you got that void you need to fill because
between
you spent
between the two of you.
Yeah, because you got all this time now where you spent where you are neglecting him, her, and then so suddenly now the kids are doing their own thing with their friends.
Then you've got to try and rekindle that love that you had.
Oh, really? You left it this long that you're going to come 15 years later?
Okay, the thing is this. What I mean is the spark should still be there, even with the kids. They're the reasons you got the kids in the first place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? So there must have been love in the beginning to have 1, 2, 3. Yeah. For me, I've had 3 children. It doesn't just happen. There was romancing going on that made it to happen.
Yeah.
So though our schedules are busy, though the kids take up a lot of our time, you just have to plan things ahead of time. Right. Maybe this, and we got to do this. We got to figure out this. Can we arrange this? And then when that time comes, you make the most of it. But we still enjoy time with our children all the time because we just feel so bad. I think we're just that close.
Children.
Yeah, it's very tough to say we're just leaving them behind and going places. Like it's very rare.
Even if you go abroad.
We go abroad together.
Wow. Okay, that's good though.
Yeah, we've never left them to go out of the country. It has never happened. We go abroad together. But when we are abroad, we enjoy more because we get a lot of help.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that maybe now there's more.
Yeah, we have a lot of help, so we can enjoy that time alone. The date nights become more frequent, and we know that they are with someone who's staying with them, and
who's responsible.
Yeah,
not to worry about.
Yeah, exactly.
Phone calls.
So yeah, it doesn't bother us like we have to leave them and go and spend some time. No, it's just you have to try and figure out how to keep that spark going.
So, knowing what
I'm not saying it's that easy. I make it sound like everything is just so.
No, it's not.
It's not easy, but you gotta try because before them,
there was the two of you.
Yeah, it was the two of us.
Yeah,
and that's how they came along.
Do you feel that your partner might feel neglected if you just the kids? Because I've felt like
they
that.
Can.
So what do you do to try and encourage and say no? It's not about because you're okay. You're home. I'm assuming. And you spend the whole day with them. That's all you've done. And then he's come home, and then he wants time with you now. You haven't got that. You still. Oh no, I'm not saying you haven't got that. You're tired now. They've gone to bed. They've eaten. Now you're thinking, no, not tonight. Nah. Or even sitting, no, I'm too tired. And she's looking at you, he's looking at you, thinking, okay. So how about me? You spent all day with them.
You would think that sometimes it's the man. Sometimes I'm the one that complains. What about me?
Is that right?
Yeah, because see, I'm the only woman in the house. So my boys, they can sit and play games with their dad and do all these things. Their dad can come home from work and they can turn on like PS5 or something and start playing games, and they'll get into their footballs, and today someone's playing and so that's their time. So I'm sat there like maybe on my phone or whatever it is, or maybe playing with the little one because he doesn't watch football yet or anything like that. So then it's like, okay, when does the football finish now? So we can have some time and conversate. Then by the time they finish, and now it's like, for example, it's holidays, which means there's no like
time to go to bed.
Yeah, they're not rushing to go to bed at a certain time, so they can watch games late. They've switched on games when they're watching, I don't know, so and so they're playing in America, so the time difference, like 1 o'clock in the morning, they're still on there. You know what I mean? So what am I supposed to do in that time? You just okay. What time does it finish? You try and ask questions. So who's playing? So what's you're trying to get engaging in that conversation because otherwise they just have their moment and then you don't have nothing to do with it and you don't understand. So you try and engage a little bit to try and see what are you guys watching. Let me see if I can get involved so that I can also understand what you're all enjoying, and then at least we can all be together and talk about
an input kind of thing.
Yeah, so that we can all be together and talk about it. But still, I wouldn't watch a full match, but I still, maybe for, I don't know, first half or 30 minutes or something, I may be interested. Also, how was the game yesterday or something? But they bond a lot, the boys. So I'm sometimes playing catch up. But no doubt, I do have my moments with my kids because I spend a lot of time with my kids. So I don't complain too much because I'm with the kids all the time sometimes. So when the dad comes back home,
you just let them
let them have their time. Because sometimes also that's my time to relax. I don't want to be nagged. They say, Mom, can you ask your dad? Ask your dad.
Yeah.
Or I have to listen, talk to your son. Talk to your son.
Yeah, I hear that.
I just let him do it. So it just depends, on what the situation and what it is that's going on in that day, that moment. But just gotta find a balance, figure out where the spark is, and if you have to sneak around sometimes, you have to sneak around.
Sneak around.
You gotta just do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not doing it in someone's house. It's our home, right?
Home,
It's our home. We can do whatever we want to at any time. So.
Yeah. Would you have another child? Have you thought about it?
This is something I get asked
all the time,
daily.
Really?
Yes.
Even after 3 kids, someone's asking you whether you want to have more kids.
Because they think I'm supposed to have a girl.
Oh, Supposed to.
Yes.
How is that on you though?
It's not on me. Exactly. It's not on me. I don't know what it is about people. They feel like because you have 3 boys, you have to try for a girl. Why don't you try for a girl? It's like you're not doing the world justice for you not to try for a girl. So what if I have another boy?
Absolutely.
What if I have another boy? Is it so wrong to have 3 boys or 3 girls? For example, if you don't have to go for another 6.
I know a guy who tried. He's actually a pastor. He tried to have a boy. He had 5 girls. Yeah. So eventually he had to adopt a boy.
Oh.
Yeah. 5 girls. He's a pastor. He kept going. Okay, really? 5 girls. See, so
he was trusting God for that girl.
Absolutely. For that boy, he never came.
For the boy, yeah. No, dear me. It's God's plan. I can't say if I'm going to have another child or not. I'm happy where I am at the moment, but it's God's plan, and I'm happy with the boys. I always thought I was going to have a girl or girls. I don't know why I used to think that I'm going to have girls because I'm such a girly girl. I just automatically thought, yeah, I'm going to have girls.
Then
I'm going to dress them up. I'm going to have a mini me running around and I'm going to do all these things. And then it just never happened.
Yeah.
It never happened. But what I love about having boys, there was another layer of me that came out, which I never knew I had. As much as I'm a girly girl, I can also be in my trainers and my joggers. And like you saw me this morning and you're like, is that you? That's something that I would have been like in the past. But there's another side of me that came out of me having boys, which I'm embracing a lot more now. A lot of people will see me like this, but when I'm not like this, I can look like a tomboy. And a girly tomboy though, not like fully And I love it. I love the aspect of me, which I never thought I could have before. Because people always see me and think, oh, she's all about makeup, she's all about hair, she's all about dressing up, the girly stuff. And I do all that, don't get me wrong. I'll do my nails, I dress up, I've got all the bangles and the hair, everything. But
looking good.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the fact that I'm the only girl in the house, and I love my boys. I love the dynamic that we've created, and I just can't see something different.
Do you miss? So you don't miss having a girl? Because I think
I have my niece. She's 11 years old. That's the only girl.
That's different. It's not.
Yeah, it's different, but she's my baby still.
Because I feel if I'd had a girl, it's good. Actually, I would want to have a girl. Girls are hard work. More hard work. Are they not? A boy is easy because put on your trainers, go they're there.
I can't say I've never had a girl, so I'm not sure.
No, I mean, you're a girl.
Well, it's not hard for me to be like this.
Yeah,
this is normal for me.
Well, because you've done it so many years, yeah?
Because it's just second nature to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so what's the difficult about it? Doing the hair?
Yeah, you got to start doing her hair, you got to do this.
Maybe, yes, but if
she gets into puberty, you got to start explaining, what's
but the same
changing in her
thing with
body.
boys. It's the same thing with boys. You still got to explain stuff about everything, concerning puberty and body changes and sex and girls and all that type of stuff. Same thing.
Why the hair is going on the armpits and all that.
And yeah, exactly. You got to explain all these things.
When you say it's God's, it's something you can plan as well. Cause
to have a girl?
No.
To have a child, yes, but not to. But even to have a child, it's still God's plan. Because you could try, it doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Yeah.
A lot of couples are still trying to conceive and years and years into marriage and nothing is happening. It's not easy. I don't take it for granted. That's why I'm so grateful with what I have, because I have seen people who have tried and it hasn't happened. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I'm questioning God. Why it's like I'm not grateful for what I have. Why am I questioning God for the blessing that I have? Do you know what I mean? I didn't suffer from getting these children. I didn't have to do no IVF or something. I'm so grateful for what I have, that if he gives me another blessing, fine, I'll take it. But I'm not going to be like, I have to try it, whatever. I'm just grateful for where I am. Because I've seen, and I know personally, ladies who, haven't been able to, or they've conceived and they've miscarried. several times. And it's something that it's not easy. It's not something I can get over with like so quickly. And I'm just grateful, man. I'm grateful.
Sometimes I think maybe I should get a surrogate mom, someone to,
You want to get a surrogate?
No, I'm just thinking.
Why?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe.
Enjoy the process of making the child.
Oh, right. Okay.
All right.
Oh, yeah, true. I see what
Did
you
you just catch that?
Yeah. I didn't go in the beginning. Yeah, I know what you mean. But it's one of those where maybe you're getting older, a bit older, and then it's a lot harder to conceive.
Well,
you know what I mean?
if the option is there, I'll say take it. If you're unable to, for the women or the men who are not able to, and the options of surrogacy is there. So many people are doing it now.
No, is it?
Yeah, so many people,
But a few friends I've spoken to say, we don't want to be a surrogate mom. She says, no.
But I don't think
you born
it
with a
should
child and then you don't want to.
You got to do all the legal bits. You can't just get someone, hey girl, can you help me to just carry my baby? No. Get the legal bits, sign papers, get lawyers involved, whatever it is, so that you're secured. You can't trust anybody.
Yeah.
And I don't think it should be a friend either to do that for you.
No?
No. I think it has to be someone who
doesn't know you.
Yes, because once the baby's out, they give you a baby, finish.
Off you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But imagine now, your best friend or whatever carries your child, and then they're looking like, that's my child. Even though they're not biologically their child.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Imagine what your wife or your husband will be thinking. And then suddenly...
So are you going to be rubbing that lady's belly and kiss the belly and say, that's my baby? People start catching feelings,
Yeah.
No way. No, it's dangerous. Get a stranger. They're just the oven, they're just baking the cake for you.
Yeah.
Don't. Guys.
I know. Yeah, well, again, with kids, do you feel it was good to start early so that you grow with them? Or
I can't say I started that early when I had my first. I was in my 30s.
Oh, okay. But still, but there's people who I know people who who start when they're in their 20s, so by the time they're in their 40s, if it's a daughter, you can still go and hang out with her because you look like sisters as opposed to looking like your mom.
Yeah.
Something.
Like my mom had me quite early, so me and my mom tend to get mixed up for being sisters. A lot, especially because we look alike, or I look like her, should I say?
Yeah. You do.
So if people don't know us, they would say, "Oh, is that your sister?" Yeah, and we get that a lot. And my grandmother was always mistaken for my mom. My mom's mom. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So it was almost like I'm the last born of the family or something. My mom's side, obviously.
Oh, wow.
But no, it's good to have kids early, I think, if you're able to. But you've really got to be secured with like your life at that point. If it's too early, then you're not. Like basically, you know what? If it happens and God gives you pregnancy at early stage, just lean on Him. He's the only one who's going to make your crooked way straight. You know what I mean? He's the only one who can turn things around. We've seen women who have had kids even at 14, 16, 17, and they've come out on top. It doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Of course, it's going to be difficult. You're going to sacrifice a lot of your childhood. You're going to miss a lot of things growing up. But if God brought you to it, He'll get you through it.
But what I meant actually is, when I meant saying early, is not so much at 16. I meant early so that they can grow with you. They can, and then you can carry on. If you had a career, you just carry on because now they're a bit old. Because you find someone, I know guys who are like in their 40s or late 40s. I know actually, a few guys. And the child is kind of like going to university and like, what? When did you start? But, it's kind of, I think it's kind of was a planning. Then again, you get people who are in their 50s and the children are still young. Or you start a family later by choice, and then you find that's when now children have complications, because now you find, all these other things come up where, I don't know whether that's ideal to have children when you're a lot older, but because of career and all that.
Some people prefer to get themselves settled, career, financially, their plan. Maybe when they reach a certain age, then we start looking for the child. Get married, enjoy for 2 years or 3 years before you start trying for a baby. I mean, is there really a perfect time?
No, not really. It's just how you plan. Just how you decide.
Sometimes you don't plan though.
Yeah. That's true.
I don't feel like there's a really a perfect time to say, right, year 3 into the marriage, baby time. Some people do.
Some people do, yeah.
Some people do, but some people also just live their life and see what happens, which I don't know if it's the best thing to do, but I don't know, man. In the center of it all, you just need God. Because even if you plan it with all the finances in your bank account, with your 5-bedroom house and Range Rover outside, you may still have a child who's got issues. You just never know. You just never know. I don't know. I don't want to speak on such things because this life is funny. There's no right or wrong way, in my opinion. If you're right to have if you want to have a baby at 45, it's up to you. Maybe there's a reason why you kept yourself until 45. If you have a baby at 21, 22, then go for it. Just pray for the baby come up healthy, happy, and you're both happy, healthy. That's it. Life will work itself out. There's no challenges that you say, you know, it's going to be harder for you if you do it early. Wait a little bit. You may face more challenges. You just never know in life. It's like you're gambling or something, you know? I don't know. I can't speak on such things. I'm a bit, I don't know, maybe my spiritual senses are kicking in and I'm just like, I'm not one to, I shouldn't speak. Just follow your heart and put God first. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Amen. I think we're going to end it there. Thank you for your input. Always a pleasure having you.
Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure, man. You know, so much insight. We'll carry on this again maybe another time.
Sure.
Join us again, you know. Don't be a stranger. We'll invite you again. And
I'm happy to be here always.
Amen. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. The links are on the description. We'll have Terry's official handle on there for you. Follow her. She's such a great person and a great in my life. She's been such an influence, and I'm so glad to have you in my life. Honestly.
You gotta tell them why I'm an influence. Otherwise, I'll be thinking.
Yeah. In the social circles, in the social media, you know. Follow our links follow her on Instagram. She's on Instagram and see how great work she's doing, and what she's all about. Amen. And see you on the next one. Bye for now.